Honestly, I kind of really wanted to romance Solas because I never did. And also because I really wonder if you sit on his head actually hatches into something. Because it looks like an egg. Oh. Ugh. How many shades of bald can you be in this game? The hair looks freaking awful. 50 shades of bald? Okay, one thing I can tell you, the character creation of Veilguard is a lot better than this. One of the few things that I remember about this game is that it was very slow until they sing, but after the singing, the game becomes really good. I will try to get to the singing fast as possible. I don't know when it happens. I played this game many years ago. I forgot everything except the Iron Bull f***ed his mom and the singing. That the game got a lot better after.
Quickly! Before more come through!
It's him!
The credit is yours.
We're having fried eggs for breakfast.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also...
Does the Veilguard feel like Dragon Age? It does. In fact, now that I'm replaying Inquisition after so long, I even though I told you guys at the beginning of the combat of Veilguard was slow, it was kind of better than this. Sorry. Look how long it takes for me to kill a normal enemy in the tutorial. And I can only press 2 buttons. If it... Oh! It's her! I love the music in this game. You're Harding right now?
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Okay, this is why I like Dragon Age, you know? I like this. Here's my thoughts of Veilguard so far, okay? I'm really hoping that the game is horny. Because if it's not, I'm going to be disappointed. Scout the Hinterlands. No. I remember this area was traumatizing. Right now, I'm maximizing for getting the fuck out of this land, the Hinterlands. Because this place is ass, and I don't mean the good ass.
Chargers!
Holy fuck!
Grim!
Smash!
That's what I like to hear.
His sticks are bigger than mine!
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
I think we're going to romance this man. Man, I hate it. I just want to progress already. I am just a bit frustrated because I want to play this game to talk to the companions and the game is like, go close rifts. How do I set my companions' behaviors? Well, behaviors. Yeah, it's already there. I don't think it's working though. How do I say this? Even though I like the dark fantasy themes of Dragon Age Origins, the game looks very old. And the last time that I played Dragon Age Origins earlier this year, the game crashed on me 40 times. Dragon Age the Veilguard, it seemed like the most stable of the games. Not only that, even though the characters are a lot more cartoony than I would like, the graphics do look better than, you know, the older games because they're fucking old. Even though their style is not my style, they are higher quality. Does that make sense? Heck, this is the most recent Dragon Age. My character looks like ass. Who thought it was a good idea to make a single player RPG be like a fucking MMO? Why did the earth swallow that giant? You see, this is the kind of stuff I didn't see in the next game. What, does Iron Bull only wear armor that his tits are out? I'm not going to cover his tits. Honestly. I have good news for you. I had forgotten the combat of this game. Honestly, the combat of the next game is just better than this. At its worst, the combat of the next game was just kind of uninteresting, and then it got better, you know? This is just plainly annoying and frustrating. It's like playing an MMO without the fun part that's having people around. The beginning felt a little bit slow, but I grew to like it a lot. By the end of playing it for 5 hours, I wanted to play more. It's like I say, Dragon Age, the Veilguard, also known as Dave, is definitely a grower. It was honestly, I had a lot more fun than I'm having right now with this. I know I will love this game the moment that they start singing. But until they start singing, I'm going to be suffering. But the moment that they sing, I know this game is gonna kick in and feel a lot better. This kind of stuff that we're doing right now, that doesn't exist in the Veilguard. The Veilguard feels very linear. It feels like Dragon Age 2, that the maps are very, very linear, except they're not out the same warehouse that you have been 50 times. The maps, you know, they're pretty and they look pretty and stuff. I think Dragon Age Inquisition is the most different of the Dragon Ages. Now that I think about it. Yeah, even with Dave. They've changed the combat, abandoned the tactics. But I have the tactics set for my party in this game, and they just blatantly ignore it. Honestly, I feel like this button, this tactic button, is a behaviors, is a fucking prank. It just doesn't work. So basically in the Dragon Age Veilguard, they fucking removed the bait button, and they straight up told you it's not there. This one, they tried to fool you. They tried to prank you. You see how I'm running from point A to point B and interacting with dumb shit? I didn't do any of that in the game. Like, the quests I did actually were relevant to the game in some way. Like, yes, I'm closing rifts. Oh my god, I have this giant magical scar that I can use to close rifts. Oh my god, it's a fucking bear! Oh god, it's about to fuck me in a different way than House and Dead. Run! Again, this game gets good after this slog of a start, you know? Dragon Age Inquisition is one of these games that I really believe it would really fucking benefit from having less walking around, less dumb quests than more. The game would just be better. That's kind of what they did with the Veilguard. Like, it's less, like, distant. The stuff is more, like, straightforward. Right now, I feel like we're in an age that people are finally starting to appreciate it. Games that don't waste your fucking time when you're playing them. You go to the point, you have a story to tell, then tell your story. You have a cool combat to show, then show me your combat, you know? Back in 2010, when this game came out, it was around the time where people were just trying to make long games. The people played the games for 500 hours, and 300 of those hours, they were walking from point A to B, collecting tea leaves, and giving it to dumbass NPCs. And suddenly, by the end of the game, you started killing God. Size doesn't matter, I know. But it took people a while to get them. Dragon Age Origins and also Dragon Age 2, they were straight to the point. You had your missions, you went to an area, you did your mission, and you moved on. And then Dragon Age Inquisition is this single-player MMO. If people could put up with the beginning of this game, Veilguard can't be that bad. It really just can't. Okay, so Billy, do you think I said to the BioWare devs that the game needed more sex? You think that's something I would do? Go to a dev in a serious game preview meeting and ask them? Yes, absolutely! I literally looked one of the devs in the eyes and I said, my favorite thing about Dragon Age 2 is how horny the game is. He laughed. And then he said that he also likes that about Dragon Age. And he said that maybe the Veilguard is hornier than Dragon Age 2. I doubt him because I played the game for 5 hours and I didn't see the horniness I was looking for. But maybe there is hope. Because I don't think he would just lie to my face like that, right? So I fucking hope the game gets horny. The only thing that I am now curious is how it will feel to basically watch Pixar porn as the companions have sex with one another. I wonder if since the companions, they can romance one another, that you're not romancing in Dave? Can you peep to the door hole? Can you knock on the door or accidentally enter in and see them having sex? Imagine if you're actually romancing somebody. You're romancing a companion. But then you forget to do their side quest. And then you go back to the lighthouse and your companion is having sex with another companion and cheats on you. That's the kind of stuff I want to see from Dave. Wouldn't that be funny? And then one of the dialogue options, as you see the companion you're dating fucking another person, is, can I join? Damn, we have a threesome.
Nothing to report, sir.
That's a 10-year-old game. There's some things in this game that are pretty amazing and they're pretty good and have aged pretty well. Others didn't. And that's how it goes. I just find that nowadays so many people online on the internet and all this, everything has to be black and white. Because it's a lot easier for people to not have to use their fucking heads to think. And instead, just ask somebody else if they think it's good or bad and go with it. Again, this is a game that I like. I'm pretty sure I loved this game the first time that I played it. But again, not everything is roses. And that's okay. There is not a single perfect game, is what I'm saying. So here's the thing about Veilguard. As somebody who got to play at least part of it, I played kind of like a demo of Veilguard. A week after playing a demo of Veilguard, I played Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm sorry, but Veilguard was a billion times better. I didn't feel not even close to the same levels of frustration with Veilguard. Again, I don't know if the game is going to be good or bad, but when it comes to executing the basic mechanics of a video game that's being released next year, the game is a lot better. Like, even moving my character in this game feels kind of weird. I personally find that the game does not look bad at all. The only thing that's kind of fucked in Dragon Age Veilguard... Let me show you. It's not the colors. It's the proportion of the characters. And I feel like that's the thing, that's exactly the thing that's just bugging me. And everything else in the game I find to be really pretty. But there was something off about the characters that I couldn't tell why. And it's not even the texture, it's just the proportions.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden.
Is this the quest that kickstarts the game into a game that you have to tolerate into a good game? Really? Okay. Thank God. High five! We made it! There is only one way that Dragon Age the Veilguard can disappoint me. If the banter between the characters is less horny, I'm going to be pretty upset. I kind of wish they kept the same composer for the next game. I know that the other composer is good, but this composer is so good. Empress of Fire, na 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 na.
Shadows fall and hope has fled. Keep to the stars, the dawn will come.
Scout to the north. Be their guide.
My God, it's so good. Ah, and it keeps more. It keeps going. It keeps going.
Inquisition, will you follow? Will you fight?
Yeah!
Will we triumph?
Yeah!
So this is where it begins.
We need to clean this place. This is how my house looks right now. I just moved.
We know nothing about this Corypheus.
Do you guys think that the reason why the beginning of the game, the first, I don't know, 6 hours of the game are so cruel and heartsome is just so it feels this good when you get here? Moments like this is what made Dragon Age Origins special. Dragon Age 2 special, this game is special, and moments like this cannot be shown in trailers, cannot be seen in character creators. I hope that they grab my heart and throw it out of the window, shoot it with an arrow, break it in a million pieces, both out of happiness and out of sadness. This is what makes this game special. This makes me feel like I'm part of a world, an adventure. This is what makes this an RPG that I love. I could sit here and talk about the things I hate about this game for 4 hours non-stop. But the things that they do right, they do it so right, I don't want it to stop. And that's what matters to me. And that's what I hope for the next game. I don't expect the next game to be perfect because I know it will not be. I know there will be things that I will dislike. Like I have disliked every game so far, including my favorite ones. But I hope that the next game can get me emotionally invested. Because feeling out the things that I felt, getting a video game to trigger all these feelings, it feels so nice. And something like this, no trailer can tell me. So, we'll be playing the game, and I hope that moments like this we get to experience. The moment that I started playing Dragon Age Inquisition, and I started trying to control my character around, I missed playing Veilguard. It just felt much better. Which, no surprise, right? It has been 10 years since this game has made. So, I can't tell you how the game is gonna end up because I simply do not have that knowledge. Nobody could. It would be silly for me to tell you. But from what I experienced, I enjoyed it. As my personal taste, I thought it was fun. If you guys have been here since the start of the stream, I feel like it's quite obvious to you that I absolutely despise parts of this game. But there are some things that I find that I can only get from this game. And those things that I can only get from this game, I find to be worth playing this game. It's not everything black and white. You need to put everything in a balance. What's worth to you? What weights more? And then you do it. Because if you're waiting to fully like something, you're never gonna like anything. Nobody's perfect. No game is gonna be perfect. No person is going to be perfect. No relationship, no friendship, nothing. No story. So I am sure there's going to be things I absolutely hate about Dragon Age Veilguard. But given the story that I have of the game so far, I just hope that I find things worth loving that outweigh the things that I despise. And that overall I have a great time. Stop making sense. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't belong on the internet because sometimes it feels like the easy way is just to hate on everything and people are just bounding by hatred. There's a lot of things I hate. There's a lot of things I despise. I'm only human, but I just rather focus on what I like. That's it.